Hello, lovelies. Welcome back to Lanmou. Thank you so much for coming back. And I do apologize for my absence. I was traveling and I got sick. I've been recovering. I'm still on the mend, but I'm so happy to be back. I will be doing the bi-weeklies and uploading them all hopefully by Wednesday. And also I was gonna stop the the dailies, but Spirit basically kind of like told me to keep going, so they don't get enough viewership. But even if it's just one of you that's watching, so I guess that you the person who's supposed to see it, so I'm gonna keep going, okay, until I feel the calling to stop. So this is going to be a daily general reading for the collective for Tuesday. Oh, excuse me. February the 12th, and I hope that you all have been well and you're ready for this Valentine's Day coming up. I'm one of those weird ones who's never actually have a Valentine ever in my whole entire life. So yeah, it's not a big thing. I've learned with the years to not make it into a big thing. So, but I know some people it's very important to them. But don't get me wrong, I do have a lot of love in my life. I do. I feel very loved. It's just I've never had a Valentine where someone actually say, hey, would you be my Valentine? Send you flowers and, you know, chocolate and a card. I've never had that. So anyways, I've already shuffled this card. Spirit, what guidance do you have for the collective for this Tuesday? What guidance? It's been foggy all day and the sun wasn't out, but it just got really dark all of a sudden here. It's kind of strange. What guidance, Spirit, do you have for the collective for this Tuesday? Alright. And yes, I'm still using this card. My plan was to really move from them as for the... I can't help but seeing those two posts here as I'm cutting the cards. So that means something, okay, to somebody out there, having the Hangman showing here. Alright, we start. We have the Four of Wands, the Five of Cups, the Three of Cups, and at the bottom of the deck we have here the Page of Pentacles. And yeah, so what I was saying is I was trying to switch the main deck I use for the dailies for February, but I'm so attached to this deck. This is the vice versa deck. I love this deck so much, like I just I can't, and I tried to switch it, but I went right back again to it. So here we are. So we have 3, 4, 5 here for this Tuesday, folks. And the Page, looking at this golden and quiet shiny pentacles, and we have the Four of Wands, which is the card of foundation, the honeymoon card, right? They're celebrating. They're under this canopy here. She's in white. It looks like a post-wedding, you know, mini celebration with the two of them. And it's quite a happy card, right? It's a strong foundation card. We know the ones also deal with action, so they're in the middle of creating that foundation for themselves, you know, as they come into union. So that means, that's telling me it's a strong union. They're standing under this very very, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say strong canopy, but it looks like they have the right the proper shades, and it's standing there quiet, sturdy. That's the word. It's very sturdy, okay? And they're building the new foundation. They're taking action towards that foundation they're building. It's not something that just happened. And here in the middle of the reading here, we have the Five of Cups, and he's on one knee looking at the spilled cup. There are 2 cups behind him and a bridge, but he's looking here at the spilled cups on one knee. It's as if Here, that's the wedding celebration. Here, it's as if someone is asking someone's hand and they were denied, right? That they were denied the offer. That's what this someone who's sad looking, and the fact that they're on one knee, it's almost like there was a proposal. There was a proposal that went awry there. Okay? That was supposed to happen, and almost like it didn't happen. And then what we have is a 3 of cups. We have 2 cups that's overflowing, and we have 1 cup that she's rising up to the sky, to the night skies here. It's like shining with stars, and we have all these beautiful red roses all around her, and what looks like grapes, like a grapevine also running through, and the cups there, like not even, that's just like beautiful, well decorated golden cups. And she's rising it up. We know those 3 of cups is a card of reconciliation, but in this deck here, she's by herself. She's by herself making an offering almost to the universe of that 1 cup. 3 cups spilled here, but it's almost like those 3 cups that were spilled have been recovered. It's like there's that new beginning, that celebration. It's after loss. There has been loss. There has been a great loss. And someone had to work hard to recover those cups, to bring them up and to pray to the heavens, okay, to ask for their ship to be granted. It's as if this was after the prayer, this cup has been replenished, this cup has been replenished. Now we're on prayer number 3. Heaven, please replenish that cup. Grant me my wish, right? And I'm gonna take, I don't usually do that, but this is such an odd reading that we have here, because we have 3, 4, 5. So does that mean that the offer was the heartbreak came after the offer or before? So this is the question. This is the question I have. Spirit, what do we have here for this 5 of cups? Or are we being asked tonight? Okay, we have a bunch of cards that came, so I'm gonna take all of those. Okay, so what's with that heartbreak? Why do we have that heartbreak that's so prominent here in the center of this reading? Between 2 cards of celebration, we have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups right underneath that 5 of Cups, and then we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so that it does match. It's so funny, like you can have different sets of cards, but the message can be still like come through and very like consistent and persistent. So that 10 of Cups is it's a card of basically of wealth, of like of family, of inheritance, of plentiful. And here we have a couple, like almost look like the same couple here, and like they're coming to get almost a blessing from an elder, right? You can see him, you see his back, but you can see the lavish gown he's wearing. You can see the white hair from the back. And they come here, it's almost like they're getting a blessing before the marriage, before the wedding, before the, you know, they form that union, okay? They inherit this, you know, legacy of family. And what next is a Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is on the right horse, right? He looks so confident. He's holding that cup so high. The cup is held at such high esteem, and he's about to make an offer, and it's blue sky, beautiful sky behind him, and even the horse looks confident for that matter, right? They're on the way. There's a union that's supposed to come together, okay? There is a union that's supposed to be. There's a union that 2 people are trying to make happen, and then something happened. Something happened in the way of offering. When the offer was made, look, she's putting that 1 cup, making that, you know, like almost like a prayer, like a ritual, like a to the heavens. And look at the way that wand is here. That's a strike of action. That's a new beginning with that red. I want to say a sparrow. It looks like a sparrow to me, with that bird flying way over the sun in the sky, and the one has like that greenery at the very top. It's fresh, okay? It's fresh action. It's action that's gonna bring a great fruition. Okay, there's a sense of force here, the way he's holding that one's there, the muscular hands that's holding that one. There's a sense of a strength. Okay, and I feel like perhaps there's a sense of shadowness to his face. You can even see his real face. I think there was a union that was supposed to come through, and something happened. Okay, whether it's a third person, because the Three of Cups, the three sometimes can denote third party. Whether there's someone else that kind of like played, basically that was like whispering in somebody's ears, that messed it up. That there was some kind of like what's the word am I looking for? What's the word? There's a kind of meddling. Ooh, I have to reach really hard for that one. This isn't a meddling that I'm getting here. What if someone meddled into that union? Okay, there was a third party. There was something that happened, and all these cards is supposed to clarify this. So it could have been a career thing. It's possible that it was somebody's career that was that third party, that someone was feeling a sense of lack, a sense of loss within their career. Okay, that bring that imbalance within the union, that strong foundation that the two people were trying to bring together. And because here we have the Ten of Pentacles, and that was to clarifying it. But that cup was still being offered, despite the fact that someone was either focusing, not looking at the union that they're supposed to have, but looking at what's lost, what's spilled, what like we know what they don't have, which is that three here. And I feel like that three represents not so much an emotional thing, like that three represents those pentacles, because that offer still stands. Okay, he's on his knee. That offer still stands. And here what we have is a determination for that new beginning to start. There's a sense of determination. Whether you have to pray to the high heaven to let go of that third thing that's in the way, that's trying to encroach on that union, that's trying to break that foundation, that beautiful union. But there is a sense of force that the offer still stands. And yes, abundance will be mine. There's a sense of determination here, okay? He's standing there on one knee. He hasn't completely given up. He's on one knee. He's looking at the damage. But there's a sense of like perhaps he hasn't given up. We're going to recover those three cups. Three cups recovered, okay? Whatever it was that those three cups represent, whether it was a career thing, something that deals with abundance, whether it was someone, a third person, a third party that was meddling in that relationship, if you will, the offer still stands, and that new beginning shall be. Okay, so this is what I have here for you guys, and I'm sorry it takes so long to get it out, but it needed to be said, and I hope that it does speak to somebody out there, that it does resonate, because it's a very strong message that's coming out here for Tuesday. And this card will need to flip. I'm gonna take it, and I'll take one more. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Beautiful. I'm going to take one more for you guys. This is the Woman's Angel Oracle card, True Love. Oh, so beautiful, 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 beautiful. It says, this is the woman's of a lifetime. Indeed. Indeed. Someone is very determined here to make this work. Someone is very determined to make this work. Okay? And at the bottom, we had separation. It says, this time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And what I feel here, like that's already happened. That's already happened. That's already happened. You might already be in separation from someone you love. Something like beautiful. Like I feel like it was a very beautiful relationship, beautiful union, a very happy union that was about to start, or that's already started. That kind of became undone, or that was on the verge of becoming undone. That someone didn't get off the ground. Okay, but what Spirit is asking you is to trust. It's asking you to trust, and that, yes, indeed, this is your true love. This is a union of a lifetime. This is a woman of a lifetime, and it's going to happen for you, because it's calling you to have faith. If you don't have faith right now in the person, in the situation, have faith in your spirit guide. Have faith in God. Just put your intentions out there. Focus on the positive. Focus on love. I usually end my readings with, remember, love is the only answer. And I know it may sound naive to people, but the reason I say it that way is to whatever situation you're facing, if you focus on the love, what did I start this for again? What is the positive in all of this? You can always come to the right answer. It's a shortcut to get to the right answer. Okay, don't focus on the negativity. Don't focus on anything that brings you anxiety. It's not to say we're not gonna have that, but whenever those thoughts come in, just focus on the love. Okay, because this is a great thing that you have here. This is a great love. Whether if it's even if it's a career situation, just know that this is like this is good. Okay, you know, when you're in your good spot, you find your sweet spot. This is good. So this too shall pass, because Spirit is asking you to have faith that things are gonna come to the other side, because the offer still stands. And you have that Ace of Wands here. That is the message will come to you too. Whenever I see those birds, I always have that sense. There's a sense of like sheer force and strength to get this started. A true spark of passion to get this going. Okay, even if you have to pray to the heavens, this will be, because the universe also wants you to have this. And I hope this reading was helpful to you. I thank you so much for your continued support, and I will resume my regular schedule going forward. And I wish you a very beautiful start of your week, and remember, love is the only answer.